everyone. So welcome to my channel, and today I want to discuss about how you can use Docker Desktop with AWS ECS. And this is crazy. I mean, previously you have to go to ECS console and do all the stuffs, but now you don't have to. You can just use your Docker Desktop and do all kind of ECS stuff. But for now it's limited. You can use for now just the Fargate only. But later on the road they have planned to integrate all the other features also. It's fairly new. I'm also new to this, but let me take to all these things so you can also get familiar with it, isn't it? So it's released and this announced on 9th July 2020. It's fairly new, I guess. Now developer can use Docker Compose, Docker Desktop to deploy application to Amazon ECS. So they have given, I will be sharing all this link and everything in the description below. Must check and follow what are the steps I followed, and you will be able to run it accordingly like I did. Okay, I will do. I mean, I didn't show it yet. Okay, so here is that what is basic knowledge you need. You need that, I mean, or tools you need actually. You need Docker Desktop and Docker CLI, and should know the basic Docker commands. Otherwise, it will be problematic for you to get started. Have some basic AWS knowledge. See, you don't have to do, if you use this plugin, then you are not doing much things, but to streamline things, to optimize more things, ultimately you need the knowledge of AWS AMI, load balancers, and ECS service, of course. So all this stuff. So if you're just getting started, don't jump into it. But if you're already working in containerized technologies for longer time, you know what ECS is and you are working with ECS for a long time, then this is for you. Okay. Now let's get started. So they actually shown the steps I got here, and they have given the all links. So what the basic first need is the AWS. You need the Docker Desktop latest version. Okay. Now if you, just they have given all the what are the steps need to be done, and let me go one by one. Okay. And we'll be using, of course, the Docker Compose to all these kind of stuffs. Now let's go. So let me go through this. So here, I mean, from the AWS block, they will be, if you keep reading and reading, if you just come down here, here, okay, download this thing. Just first you need to download this one, Docker Desktop and Docker Desktop from Mac. Now this is the first thing you have to do, because previous version doesn't support the experimental features. Only this Edge version only have the support. Okay, and make sure the version number, if you come, the version is 2.3.3.0. okay, 2.3.3.0. if you have this version, then only this plugin will work, otherwise not. Okay, and here also, if you just go to this link, like Docker, this is just taken from the Docker blog, where they're giving the they're giving all the steps how you can do it, how I did it. Actually I followed this blog only to do this, and they will redirect you to this this example. Now we'll be deploying the same example. I have here the Docker file ready, so let me just show you again. Just let me clear it up and let me show you. So this is a very fairy looking Docker Compose file, where I'm using their provided Docker this thing image, and yeah, then backend one. This is the backend one. Now what I want to tell you, that here they have a limitation. What is the host port and the container port has to be the same. So there's one limitation. Just from the beginning, when I'm experimenting things, I find out that one. Okay, so I told you that's why from the beginning itself. And they are actually using Docker context always. So what is Docker context? Let me show you. So this is Docker context. I will give the link so you can go through. Ultimately, this Docker context it will give you like profiling feature like in AWS. So you can switch within the context and use the features that way. Like if you're in local, use the default context. If you are using particular cloud provider, like for now AWS, you can just create a Docker context. I will show you how to create it, and then use that new context to do all this kind of stuff. Okay. Now let me show you, and let's follow the step that provided here. Okay. Now let's see. So the first step is Docker ECS setup. Let's do it. Docker, let's clear this one. Okay, I think if you don't able to see, just to make it a little big so you can see it well. So let's do it. Docker ECS setup. Okay, now let's, in the name part, give it a name AWS. Okay, and they will ask for the profile. Okay, usually you have default profile, default will not show here, so you have to create new profile. But since I have already one profile, I will just go here and click on that. Give the region name. Just go to AWS Console and check what AWS region you're working on or where you used to work. Usually if it's from India, use the Mumbai region. If you're from somewhere else, use your own region. Just go to AWS and check it out. What is the region? Okay. And enter credentials. See, I already have the credential set up for this one, so I don't need to. If you don't have it already, you can just enter it here. Okay. And I think it's done. It's done. Now one catch is here. I just want to show you. Actually, first time when I tried, it was not working, and it is giving some error like this one. Let me show you what is the error was giving. Okay, this error was coming. New ARN resource ID format. So like these tools require new ARN resource format, which can be solved if you just they have given the link already, this one. So just go there. Suppose you click on that and go here. So if you come here, for my local machine, I am using this is the IAM user I'm using, which profile I have created also. So if you want to apply for account wide, you can do root, but I will not say, because something may crash, some kind of issue you might face long term, which I will definitely not suggest. So instead of that, what you can do, the role that you have, the user you have created to use with your local machine or the profile, you select that one and enabled for all the resources. Okay, and that will do the work. That's what I did. Just enable and save it. That's it. And okay, now let's go back to what we were doing, and I'll be giving all the links, so don't worry about anything, just follow up the accordingly. So we have the credentials ready, because I've already added it, but if you don't, you can add it, no problem. And you can do docker context ls, and it will give you the context name. So by default, we will have the default this one there, because that's the current that's configuration, and this is the AWS one that we have created. Now you can always for the development part, to make sure it's working fine or not, you can run in local first, like docker context use default. Okay, and that will make sure that it's working default. Now say docker compose up. I think docker compose should be all together. Okay, now if you run this docker compose up, it will pull the image in local, and it will run that. Okay, so it will take some time. In the meantime, see, this is just to pull that image that is available in Docker Hub. It can be Docker Hub, it can be ECR repository. It's up to you. Ultimately, if you are using ECS, then give the ECS URL here in that Docker Compose image part. If you are using the like Docker Hub, then give the Docker Hub URL. That's all you have to do. Okay, and let's give it some time. See, for now it's experimental to some feature. You don't expect all feature will be all be there. So it's implementing the features, and it's slowly doing all the stuff already done. It's fairly new, so have patience on that. I will say for small application running, it's okay. It's still not ready for production, but having prior knowledge of it sometime will make your life a lot easier. See, ultimately they are seeking your feedback and all, and then they will improve it later on. So this is what we are doing. We are utilizing a feature which is cool. I mean, from your local machine using the Docker desktop, when you are running the application, from that part you can just deploy the application from command line. Of course, you can use the AWS, ECS CLI, but using the native tool is feel much better. That's why I told you it's good. Now let's see how many times take. It will not take much time. Just wait for a few minutes. And see, I use the Docker context use default, right? So when we be using the AWS, we'll be doing Docker context use in AWS. So I think it's up now. Let's go to localhost, and it should see it's working. Now let's get back to the article the post we're reading here. Where it is? Okay, this is one. So it's working. Let's stop it. Docker compose. Done. I'll stop stop the Docker Compose. Now let's now try to deploy it in AWS ECS. Okay, see, the beauty is that behind the scene, what this ECS plugin will do, it will use the CloudFormation stack to create all the resources, to do all kind of complex stuff behind the scene, so you don't have to do anything manually. I mean, all the load balancer, auto scaling group, and ultimately there is no auto scaling group because it's using Fargate. I'm saying in the beginning I've said you cannot use the normal clusters, normal EC2 based cluster. The current implementation is only supports the Fargate. That's it. Okay. Now let's go. Docker context use AWS that we have created. And it's like to see all the list, just use the Docker context ls and we'll give this. Now right now we have the star here, so we are using this one. Okay, now let's do it. So we are using that. Now just do the Docker compose push, Docker compose, Docker ECS compose push, ECS compose up, not push, my bad. And you will see, it will give you that how the records getting, I mean how the CloudFormation getting started. Let's give it some time. See, this is how it's getting. So it's ultimately executing, it's making a CloudFormation stack and executing that all by one. All the resources going to get created and stack will be ready in few minutes. Just hang on for a few minutes. Okay, it's not going to take that much time. And it's quite small demo, so don't worry about all that. And I'll be giving all the, so again I'm saying don't worry about anything. I'll be giving all the resources that you need to run this in your local computer with your AWS account. So don't worry about anything else. Just read the description below and follow the step one by one. I'm guaranteeing you will be able to run exactly the way I did. Okay, so it's creating all the resources, it's creating the role, it's creating the service discovery, it's creating the log group, the cloud map for the internal mapping, creating the like for each services is doing the bind up and everything. It's great, isn't it? I mean, see, the target group was getting created and everything is getting created. So it's much easier if you are running a small application that is serverless container using Fargate. This is a very good chance to get your hands dirty. Okay, and it's fairly easy to be, if you think that way, it's fairly even easy. So let's give some time. Also, if you are when you are trying and if you're getting any error, never hesitate to put in comments, let me know what error you faced, and if I have time I will definitely get back to you. And this I will always say, experiment with new things. This you will become more skilled on the subject. So if you never try something new, how will you learn that thing? That's why I tell everyone, just experiment new things. Even I tried with 1 month back, I tried using the swarms, like complex swarm cluster, and I did a lot of stuffs also. Anyway, in the normal day-to-day job, I'm doing a lot of stuffs, but this is also very good stuff. Okay, and I encourage everyone to go here. I mean, do all the experiment stuff. So this is fairly new, isn't it? They just released on 9th July and today what, 30th July, and this is great. So from that local machine you can do all the stuff. So which I think personally great, and that's why I'm telling you, try it out, see how it works, experiment it, then optimize. So now let's say, so just while it's getting created and all, you see the resources also getting created. So let's go to my AWS account. The app should be this one, sample node.js Docker app. So why is taking this name? If we come here, sample node.js Docker app, that was the folder name I have given. Based on that only is creating it. Okay. See, the two services are running because see, this is how the mapping works. Here I'm saying two services, one is front end, one is back end, and similarly the service getting created, one is back end and one is the front end, and yeah, that's how it is. And if you go to the load balancer, let's go to load balancer, EC2. See, the load balancer reserve also automatically getting created. I didn't manually anything. It's all automatic. See, I don't think it's started yet. Let's see. It takes some time. Oh, it's already started. That's great. See, now the resources, sometime it will take to create all other remaining resources, but see, the load balancer working fine. Hello from Docker, that in local it is working. Now from the UI also it's working. It's working great. And see, this is how easy it is. I mean, you just mention your images here, you mention your port numbers, mention all the services that you want to run, and boom, just do Docker ECS compose up, and it will work fine. That's how easy it is. And how I will show you how the cleaning also very easy. So it's cleaning. So do Docker ECS compose ls ps, and it will give you the like running processes. Give it some time. The ultimate is coming from the AWS, right? So it takes some time. Okay, see that this is backend service, this is the front-end service. Backend service we didn't specify any port, that's why it's you're not able to see the port, of course. And this is a port for front-end. So this is the ELB that just the ELB I tried. Let's go through this load balancer URL again, just give you some confirmation. So yeah, it's working. This is how I did. Now this is for testing purpose, right? You want to remove the resources after test is done. How I'll do it? So do Docker ECS compose and then down, and it will delete all the resources that you want to that should be removed because you are done with your testing. But if you want to keep running the application, then don't remove it. That's it. This is like if you keep it running, the billing will happen. If you delete the things, just down it, then there will be no billing. Okay. So this is how easy it is to to work with the Docker desktop client and with AWS ECS. That's how I do it. That's how I encourage you to do it. I'll be giving all the steps in the description section. Must read. Like I'll be giving 1. This is the step. 2. This is the step. I'll be giving that way. So just follow the steps and you will be able to run it. Okay. So thanks for watching this entire video. I know it's not that short, but still to learn something it takes some time. Okay, now yeah, if you are new to this channel, must subscribe the channel, like this video and share with others, and connect with me in LinkedIn, and let me know what next video you want me to create, because as a creator, as a developer also, I always seek to experiment with some things, try out something new, those kind of things. So that's why I always encourage others to do the same, and encourage me, like you can encourage me to run something that might be useful for you, useful for me, or maybe useful for many others that way. And I believe that this one will become very big thing later on. So if you have this kind of skills, that's what actually getting used in work, right? So I must say, just learn this one, experiment with it. Not just that, I did for the ECS, and next video is also coming for Docker. That is one is that Docker networking hands-on demo, and second one is that Docker security, the complete security guide. So those 2 videos are coming. So must subscribe the channel, and not just subscribe the channel. Do click on the bell icon also. Okay. So when I will be coming live on this Saturday. So whenever I'm coming live or I'm uploading videos, so you'll get notified. It's very fast. That's what I'm saying. Just like learn, share, grow. That's how it is. So yeah, it will get removed. So don't worry about it. Just after you're done, do Docker ECS compose down. It will get removed. Okay. Thanks again, and yeah, have a nice day.